New Flow 107.1, Denver's hip hop, DJ A-Rich, the Up All Night Show. We got a special guest in the building. She's an artist, a producer. She's an actress, activist, businesswoman.
Oh my God.
Yeah, let's introduce you to Snow the Product. What's up, girl?
What's up, man? How you doing? Dang, you mucha crema en los tacos. I don't know if we got any Mexicans out there, but that's a lot. That was a lot of thank you.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's well deserved. I mean, you've been putting in work for some time, and I gotta let the people know about you.
Thank you so much.
Welcome back to the town.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Everybody from Denver knows how much I love Denver. So
yes. We even have a big fan in the studio as well. She's been to all your shows, and she said you've even had her on stage and everything too.
Yeah.
So
yeah, man. Like it gets crazy. I can't even. When was the last time I was out here? A year ago?
They said it was at Grand Doozy.
Oh, well, yeah, Grand Doozy. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was dope.
well, we're happy to have you back. You're on your Goin Off Tour right now.
Yep, last date. This is it.
Okay. Now, how's it been for you this past year? What's been going on with you in the music?
Well, I went independent this year, and then also parted ways with anybody and everybody that I had any contracts with. So I'm fully independent, no management, no anything. And I started focusing on, this new, what's a chapter in my life, I guess, and in my career, which is now focusing on Vibe Higher, focusing on my company. I got this guy right here, Pacheco. Like, we're gonna grow, the management aspect of it and the label side of it, and just kind of really grow into my own, which is, something that I think for a long time was a little bit stopped by different reasons. And I think now it took a lot to finally realize, like, I really just got to do it, and go for it. And, the fear's gone, and now we're just going to fly.
That's what I'm talking about. You see, that's why I was saying you a businesswoman. You know what I mean? And congrats on going independent and really taking that step of faith and really bringing everything back into your, in your business part of that.
Thank you.
I think that's awesome. And a lot of artists don't really have chances and opportunities to do that like you've been doing.
Thank you.
So kudos to you on that.
Thank you.
And right now, I know you're working on some new stuff. You have 2 new visuals out right now, Petty and On My Way.
Yeah.
Which are 2 awesome videos. Definitely want to talk about that. Let's talk about how Petty became. Like, so what's the vibe behind that? Kind of
Petty.
Like
Honestly, I was just in the studio and I was just, hate comments or, Instagram stuff. Just social media kind of gets to you sometimes. And I just, I think sometimes I've had to take the high road on a lot of things. And sometimes people forget that, I wasn't this grown person I am now.
Right.
And it's like, I have been waiting for the opportunity to drag somebody. So it's like, don't let that be you, because I've, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes people don't know how long you've been struggling with trying to keep it together, that it's like, you might catch me at the wrong day, and then all of a sudden now it's my fault, when it was really you that started this.
Run your mouth too much.
Yeah. And, I think social media got everybody messed up right now. Like people will say some wild stuff, and then when you take it somewhere else, then they're like, oh my God, I can't believe, you. And it's like, what you mean? I'm a regular person.
Right.
You want to talk your stuff, I could say mine, and now I offended you. Now you're talking about famous people shouldn't do this or shouldn't do that. It's like, no, I'm not that famous. So
well, if you're going to sit behind a keyboard or behind your phone and say the comments, I'm going to say something back to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's good for standing up for yourself on that. And I definitely love the video. I think one of my favorite parts is it was like when the mom came in, she was like, take that mess outside. Let me turn on my
Yeah, that's definitely very real.
Now, before we get to your other visual, how do you what's your creative process when it comes to making your videos? Do you have, are you directing it, or how is the process coming?
Yeah, for the most part with everything, while I'm making the song, I tend to, and that's one thing that I will say, because I'm ADD, it kind of sucks, because sometimes I'll be working on a song that I know I should finish, but then I start working on a song that I know I want to do a video to, so then I stick to that, and then here I go, and then now I have a bunch of unfinished songs in the vault. But yeah, when I was doing Petty, I was like, bro, I really want like a mud fight, like, you know, and not like a sexy one. Like I want a real mud fight,
grimy,
which was funny because I called out for my fans and I was like, yo, I'm going to need some girls. Like, let's shoot this video. And a lot of them were strippers and they were like ready to take their clothes off. And I'm like, no, that's not the type of mud fight we're doing. And they kept trying to like take their clothes off. And I'm like, stop taking your clothes off.
Are you sure, Snow? Are you sure?
Yeah. I was like trying to get some aggressiveness in it, but it was really not happening. I was like, until, you know, Juju got in the video and then there was some real aggressiveness. And I was like, oh no. But yeah, just, you know, I edit a lot of it myself. My brother edits a lot of it.
Okay.
So it's just a family thing. It's fun. Juju's involved in everything. So it's like, it's cool. You know, the people you see rolling with me are the people that are involved in like every aspect. So
that's love. Cool. That's what's up. And shout out to Juju. I know she's in the building too right now. Now let's talk about the other video that you have out, On My Way. Definitely love it. So, and it's relatable. I would say it's relatable to even guys too. I would say like, hey man, where you at? You're like, I'm on my way. I'm still in the house. I haven't even gotten a shower or shaved up or anything.
Nothing.
Now with that song, you were able to give your fans the behind the scenes and how that actual video came together.
Yeah.
For people who haven't seen the video, how it came together, how did that song come to?
Well,
you and Juju?
The thing is usually, so usually we do a song or video or whatever, and then we do it behind the scenes. But this song actually came because I have a vlog called Everyday Days. Mm-hmm. It's me and my fiance now. Well, now fiance. She was my girlfriend, but
congratulations.
So, thank you.
Yes.
And so, we have this channel where it's just kind of my daily life, you know, whatever. But for that, it was about to be our 1-year anniversary of like vlogging. Okay. So we were like, we should do something special. And I was like, you know, she should get in the booth because everybody's been waiting for that.
Yeah.
So it was crazy because she surprised everybody, including me, because I thought she was going to come out with some like, you know, like when girls start rapping in their little voices, like, and then she started and she did one and I was like, I think you should like lower your tone a little bit. I didn't know she was going to lower it to the tone that it ended up at. And it sounded like Biggie came through and just made a whole song with me, but it was lit. It just hit 1 million views.
Yeah.
You know, and it's dope. I'm proud of her. She got a song on iTunes. I hit the top 10 on iTunes chart. So it was dope.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
No, just seeing that too. And, you know, and seeing the comments too for the fans of, they're like, what, Juju got, she on the song too? Like, I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
So I think they're definitely excited to see more stuff like that. And then I saw how excited that you were to even have her on the record. And like you said, get her on iTunes and Spotify.
And we shot it in my room. Like literally, it was like an idea that came, and it was like within 24 hours, I was already editing the video. And it's like, we just shot it in my room, use our own clothes, like, you know, and it was like a real honest, like cool thing. That's what I think 2019 I could say has been for me, is like I really like gotten honest with myself, with the fans, and just tried to make everything as organic and as real as possible, you know. And now 2020 is just like elevating it, but I really wanted to get down to the core and like, you know, be home, like show everybody my family, my kid. Like now he's old enough. I always kept him out of the, you know, like I didn't want it to be, I don't know, I never wanted him to be told that his mom's like a whack rapper or something, you know. And it's like, but little by little, like he's the one that wants to be involved, and he's like, my friends actually think you're cool, and I'm like, great. I hope and like that doesn't change in like middle school or something. I'll be like super bummed. But so you know, everything, I think it's been a really happy year for me.
That's good. Well, we're definitely excited to see what happens in 2020. I know you got some great things. Now, I know you're working on an album. Can you touch on that a little bit?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, you know, everything's just really coming through like organic. I'm after this show, this Denver show is like my last show for a little bit. Like I'm gonna kind of focus on the music and on releasing things and on really putting together, you know, my pretty much my campaign for this next year. You know, I mean, I'm not running for president yet, but no, I'm just joking. But you know, like what I'm really doing. I'm excited because I haven't had the chance to do that for a long time because I was on a major that was, I guess, technically shelved, you know, like everything I was doing was because of me, my family, my brother, you know, we were doing it, but it was hard to actually get music out there because I was focused on touring, because that's the only way that I was getting my music out. I had to upload things on YouTube. I wasn't allowed to put things on iTunes, Spotify. Like I'm not a streaming artist. Like for 7 years, I think I dropped like 5 songs on you know, streaming services. So it's like really I was held back so much. So this year I just want to focus on catching up, you know, and even songs that were only on YouTube, I want to put them out on streaming services. And I'm just grateful to the fans because there's artists that can have one radio single and they can't even sell out a tour. I was literally selling out tours and I couldn't even drop music, you know, so it was so cool to know that my fans are real.
Well, that's what's up, and you definitely see it, like you said, in the comments, and just your following, and just having shows, and not having to have like that big push behind you, but still seeing bodies in there. So you definitely got a loyal fan base, and you know, you're an open book too, which is awesome too, to be invite people into your life, and so that's why I feel like two people get really connected with you, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Now, you know, listen to your music, like, which is awesome. You could do Spanish, you go to English. Who was your music influence? Like, who made you be like, you know what, let me start writing and let me get into the music part?
I mean, I think Miss Lauryn Hill, like that album, was like, the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, was, I guess what kind of like, it was like pivotal for me. Like, you know, like I listen to Eminem, who obviously made me want to rap because he was just like crazy you know, but Andre 3000's flow, like Outkast, Biggie, Big Pun, Eminem, Lauryn Hill, like those, Missy, those are really the people that like made me want to be a rapper, you know, and Ludacris too, because obviously his flow was so crazy and like he switched up. So yeah, I think those are the people that, and it's crazy because it's like, those are like really big influences for like a lot of people, you know, so it's like, it's dope. I wanted to be like them. I wanted to influence people.
Well, that's what's up. And, you know, I think not even, you can hear it in your different styles that you have, because you can have that rapping style too, and you can have like kind of harmonizing, kind of coming up with it. So that's cool that you could switch up and be diverse in that, because I think that's important too, and not get stuck in one box of your stuff.
Yeah, that's my biggest struggle though too, because when you do build a core fan base, sometimes they feel like they kind of like they kind of own whatever style you've got, and they're like, stick to that. And and I've always tried to let them know, like, as much as I love y'all, like sometimes y'all gotta let me do certain things. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff is just for me. Like if you know, Drunk Love was a singy song, and it's like I didn't even think people were gonna like that song, and it's like all these years later, people still sing it at the shows.
Still goes.
Yeah, so it's dope though.
That's awesome. And you know, speaking of your songs too, like you produced the beats for I've co-produced. Pumbaa produces a lot of my stuff. The On My Way is the only one that I did just by myself because it only has 3 sounds. Yeah. And yeah, but like a lot of the stuff does start with, you know, me and Pumbaa being in the studio, or like Nuestra Canción. Like I remember being like, I think I'm gonna do a Spanish song, and we were like literally built it from scratch. So there's a lot of definitely co-production that I've been involved in with Pumbaa. He does a lot of beats himself, and then sometimes I even get some like young guys that like have never had a placement, and that's always dope because when they get so excited and like my name's in their bio and they're like, I produce for Snow the Product, I'm like, oh shoot, like I'm a credit, like that's dope. So yeah, but I do plan on producing more, because I think that's, I don't know, like that's a challenge now for me, you know. Rap, I kind of, you could tell by how much I switch it up and do so much stuff that I'm kind of bored a little bit. So I guess it's time for a challenge. Well, I think in 2020, we're definitely going to see that new challenge for you.
Yeah, man, I'm going to be on my Missy shit.
I love it. Now, real quick, like a side note, and I heard you and Juju talk about this too, about like champagne. Like you like to pop champagne. Even in your video, Petty, you had champagne popping and everything. Do you have a particular favorite champagne, or is it just something that you just love to do? I
mean, honestly, all champagne, like it doesn't taste that great. Now I have an acquired taste. Like now I like champagne, but like at the beginning I was like, champagne's actually nasty. So I would just like pop it because it was fun. Yeah. And you know, you could get like a $5 bottle and pop it, and it's freaking fun. But now, nah, whatever. Maybe, you know, I gotta go champagne tasting. But for me, I've tasted expensive and cheap, and it's all kind of not that great. But
I feel you on that.
You know, and it makes me burp. But it's fun. It's fun, and in the studio, like it's cool because I don't get too lit, but it's like just a little bit to just, you know,
gotta watch out because it could get a little small headache at the
same
time.
Yeah, bro, 2020, I'm not gonna freaking be drinking no more liquor, man. Just bring me bottles of champagne if you're a fan. I'm not doing liquor no more. I can't do this.
I hear that. Mile High City, tomorrow night, Snow the Product, she's on her tour, Going Off. and she's performing at the new Mission Ballroom. Now, there's a new venue that you're gonna be performing at.
I know.
don't know
I
if
heard.
you haven't had a chance to stop in and
No.
do sound check or anything yet.
No, not yet.
Oh, you're gonna have a blast.
Really?
Like I went last month. It was my first time. And everybody said, "Oh, this is a new venue," and I was like, "Yo, the sound's lit in there. Just the whole vibe, how they make it to where when you walk in, it's like you're an artist. You know what I mean? Like you're the artist, but you get that artist vibe.
That's dope.
So you're definitely have
I'm
a good
excited.
time. Yeah.
Well, I'm excited. I'm happy as hell to be back. Denver knows this was the first city to ever make me cry. Like this was the first city that ever had like a lot of love for me. Where like when I was on stage, I really felt like a rapper. So like, no, I love y'all. I will always be back in the wintertime.
That's what's up. Well, we definitely appreciate you pulling it back up on us. Definitely check out her new visuals out right now. On My Way with Juju and also Petty. You just don't try snow, okay? Because it can get petty around here.
Oh,
and be looking out for that new album 2020. We're excited for that.
Yep.
You know, when you
Thank
drop it,
you
you definitely got to come back through here.
Oh, I'm coming back here, man.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna bring y'all my single.
Okay, yes, please do.
Oh yeah.
And before you get out of here, I like to ask artists, you know, what piece of advice could you give like a newer artist coming up who's, you know, trying to break in? Now you're going the independent route. What's a piece of advice that you could give to them?
I would say make sure you have a purpose. You know, make sure you have a purpose in this. Make sure you're not doing it for the glitz and the glamour and the money. Because if that's the reason you're doing it, trust me, you're in the wrong business. You know, there's people that have a passion for the business side of it. Maybe you want to be a manager or you want to be something else. But like, don't be a rapper if you don't either have a purpose or just really love it. Because it can really break your heart. When people say, you know, you sold your soul. Sometimes you don't even sell it. Sometimes your soul just breaks because this is really difficult. But if you love it, you're willing to just weather the storm, and next thing you know, you're making money and you're living a good life.
That's love, man. Well, Snow, thank you so much for pulling up. We definitely appreciate you. If they want to find you online, where can they hit you up at?
Every social media platform. My name is Snow the Product with a THA. I'm verified, so don't be caught by no scammers, because there is a lot of scammers out there.
I know, I hate that.
I don't know why I have so many. Like, I'm like, bro, I don't know.
They love you.
It's weird, but don't get, if anybody tells you that there's $300,000 and to give them $3,000, that is a scam.
What?
Bro, 10 years of this scam. I don't know what's going on. But
So somebody's saying, yo, I'll give you some money if you...
Bro,
like,
it's almost been a decade and they've been with the same scam. And I'm like, who
Stop
are these
it.
people? I need a, yeah. But Snow the Product with a THA. Don't get scammed. And come see me at the Mission Ballroom, and that's how you'll make sure you don't get scammed, because I'm going to meet everybody and we're going to get drunk for my last show.
That's love. Well, Snow the Product. Blessings to you for 2020. Can't wait to see what you do.
Thank you, man. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for coming through.